You're getting your dog outside more than ever, and somehow they still seem to have energy to spare. Welcome to The Dog Who Asked for More, a podcast for dog parents navigating the messy, complicated parts of life with dogs that no one really prepares you for. Each week, you'll hear honest, grounded conversations that help you better understand your dog, feel more confident in your choices, and strengthen the relationship you're building together. If you've ever thought we're walking every day, we're outside constantly, why does it still feel like nothing is changing? You're not imagining that frustration. And you're not lazy. You're not underdoing it. You're not missing something obvious. There's just a piece of this that doesn't get explained very well. I'm Em, a dog mom, former vet tech, dog trainer, and canine nutritionist who works with overwhelmed dog parents who love their dogs deeply but feel stuck, burned out, or unsure what their dog actually needs. And today we're looking at why outside time and enrichment are not the same thing, and why confusing the two can leave everyone feeling more exhausted instead of more settled. There's a cultural script that says if your dog has energy, walk them more. If they're restless, take them out and play longer. If they're acting up, they need to burn it off. And sometimes, yes, movement matters. But here's what I kept seeing over and over again in my own house and with clients. More outside time didn't always create a calmer dog. Sometimes it created a more stimulated one because outside isn't neutral. Outside is smells, movement, noise, other dogs, cars, wind, unpredictability, new input every second. For some dogs, that's enriching. For others, it's just more load. And load doesn't equal fulfillment. There was a stretch where I truly believed Fitz just needed more activity. If he was pacing, we walked. If he was restless, we went outside. If he barked more than usual, I thought he must need to burn something off. So I added longer walks, more outings, more adventure, and instead of calming him down, he got sharper, more alert, more reactive, and more watchful. I felt like I was pouring effort in and getting only tension back. And I remember thinking, what am I doing wrong? We're doing so much. What I didn't understand yet was this. His nervous system wasn't under exercised. It was overloaded. Outside wasn't regulating him. It was filling his cup faster than he could empty it. That was the shift. For you, this might look like your dog comes home from a long walk and paces. They nap for 20 minutes, then pop back up. They seem more reactive after busy outings. They get mouthy or zoomy at night. You feel like you're constantly trying to tire them out, and it works temporarily. But your dog never actually settles because physical tired and mentally fulfilled are not the same thing. A dog can be physically exhausted and still mentally buzzing, just like we can. Enrichment isn't just about activity. It's about engagement. It's about problem solving, choice, sniffing without pressure, using their brain in ways that feel satisfying, not overwhelming. Sometimes enrichment looks quieter than a walk. Sometimes it happens inside. Sometimes it's slower. Sometimes it feels less than playtime. And that can feel counterintuitive when everything around you says more exercise fixes everything. But for sensitive dogs, more input isn't always the answer. Sometimes clarity is. Sometimes decompression is. Sometimes fulfillment comes from using their brain, not stretching their legs. And here's the part I really want you to hear. If you've been trying harder and doing more and still feeling stuck, that doesn't mean you're failing. It means you are operating on the information most people are given. Walk them, tire them out, burn it off. That's what we're told. You're not doing it wrong. You're doing what made sense. There's just more nuance than people talk about. Here's the question I want to leave you with. Is your dog actually under-exercised or just under-fulfilled? If you've been pouring effort into outside time and still feeling confused, you're not behind, you're not lazy, you're not missing something obvious. Sometimes the shift isn't doing more. It's understanding what actually fills your dog's cup. And that kind of clarity doesn't come from pushing harder. It comes from looking underneath. If your dog seems wired, restless, or overwhelmed, no matter how many things you've tried, and you're stressed out and tired because nothing is working, my enrichment quiz will help you understand what's missing and where to start. The link is in the description. So be kind, spread joy, and remember, tired isn't the same thing as fulfilled.